There it goes. The good thing about using this version, we don't have to hear now recording or whatever the fuck she says.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Man, it feels good to be changing over.
Now if we can only get 5 more patroneers, Club 3Ps in here.
Yep. That would be great.
Dude, you know what? I haven't even, I got to really publicize this De La Soul album giveaway. Somebody's got to really try to buy this thing. Sign up for it.
True.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's the truth. I ain't gonna front. You know, I'm gonna leave like a message at the end of the podcast like we did before. You gotta listen all the way to the end, and I'm gonna tell you how you can claim it.
Good stuff.
What you gotta say, right?
Sounds good to me.
How that sound to you, Deb?
That sounds good.
That's what I'm talking about, right? Look at that. The dream team making moves again.
Yes. Speaking of moves, Deb and I are still, after a month of this lung crud, we're still here with that.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So you know what time it is, right?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's time for you to hit that intro, my friend.
And where the fuck...
As most horror movies.
There it goes. This no good mother.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the cast of the pod, the podcast where the three of us, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
The three of us talk about normally a horror movie, and we bring about whatever kind of memories we have with it. If it's a brand new movie, we talk about whatever it triggers us to other memories, to other things, and we have a conversation about it. That's a cool thing. And today we have a special edition that Cobweb picked. I don't see how it's a horror movie, but I love the movie, so it's like, sounds good to me. It's a good reason to watch it again. But Cobweb, do you really think this movie's a horror movie?
Hell yeah, I was scared as hell.
So being scared doesn't necessarily mean it's a horror movie.
I mean, yeah,
it was definitely a thriller.
I can see that. I can see that. But I'm saying like 99% of all the horror movies I've ever seen, none of them have ever I've been like ooh or anything like that. Like not
there
even
was a lot of violent scenes. There was a lot of violent scenes in this movie. A lot of violence.
But does violence make horror?
You tell the people today it does.
Violence in the real world is horrible. But violence in a movie, especially one from the 1979?
Yeah.
It was 1979.
Let's see, what does IMDb have it listed as? Action, crime, thriller. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
So we're talking about 1979's The Warriors. A street gang known as the Warriors must fight their way from the Bronx to their home turf of Coney Island when they are falsely accused of assassinating a respected gang leader.
Yeah.
Are you going to say it? Are you going to say it? You know you want to say it. You know you want to say it.
No, I don't.
They can't see you on Zoom, but I can. Go ahead. I'll say the other line at the end of the pod when we get to the end of the movie.
Go ahead.
Cobweb. You can't tell me you haven't said.
Can you dig it?
There you go.
can't take it no more.
There you go.
5 people, can you dig it today? Man, this is gonna be a good one. I am hyped about this one. I've been over here bubbling, trying to hold it back. Josh know me already, and Deb already got me started. So we along for the ride today.
Cobweb's like, this is gonna be a great episode, and I'm like, I love this movie. All right, let's rate it. And here's the calculator. Doom.
Josh, not that many people have seen Warriors.
What?
Yes, there are a lot of people that have never seen this movie.
I have
a couple generations.
Go ahead, Deb.
I have to admit, I've seen this movie multiple times.
A bajillion times.
I love this movie. But yesterday, we watched the movie last night, and I was like, I don't remember this part.
So here's the thing.
I don't remember this part.
This is why, Deborah. I'll let you know why. Cobweb, did you see the director's cut?
No, I just watched the one that was on Max. I think it was. Or Prime. I think I bought it on Prime. I don't think I have the director's cut.
The one that in between the scenes, it kind of looks like a comic book.
No.
And at the beginning of it, when they're showing the Ferris wheel in Coney Island, it says in the near future. And whenever they transition from scene to scene, it pauses for a second. And it looks like a comic book.
And it brings out the lines like a comic book.
Are you fucking for real?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's the director's cut.
How did I get that?
It kind of
get the director's cut.
It kind of reminded me of Creepshow.
The re-release that came out in 2002 or 2005 or something like that.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
I guess you can't dig it.
Man.
You can only half dig it.
I can only half dig it.
Half dig it. Shit.
You can't dig it all the way.
Oh man, where were you when you first saw this flick?
Shit, I don't even know.
At home?
All I know is somewhere automatically in my life, I don't know if I even saw the movie, but I knew 3 things. I knew, can you dig it? and I knew Warriors come out to play. And then I also knew attention boppers.
Right.
The DJ. I'm gonna say this right now. Lynn Thigpen, the DJ, she will always be the lady from, for me, the lady from Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Of course. She also did the same thing for NWA's album, 100 Miles and Running. Yes.
But I mean, emotionally for me, that's always gonna be my link to her.
Oh, ain't no problem with that, dude. That's always gonna be there. Man, that was hardcore, dude. That was so hard.
Carmen Sandiego.
I think when I first saw this flick, I think I was I remember I was a kid. I think I was like maybe in 2nd grade or something like that, or 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
And it came on TV, and I stayed up late to watch it. And pretty much it was pretty hardcore. My friends got a chance to watch it, because they had to go to bed early. But I was a good kid, so.
There you go.
I was left unattended quite a bit.
I can't remember the first time I saw the whole movie. Like I remember when I saw RoboCop. I remember when I saw Predator and all that stuff. But I don't remember the first time I saw it. This movie was just.
It's in our heads.
It's just in my head. I don't know if I even saw it. It just was programmed in, like it was downloaded, like Neo in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Right. It's always there, right?
Yep. I wouldn't have to agree with Josh because I think I was at home, but I don't remember. I know I've seen it multiple times and I love it. But I don't remember where it was I first saw it.
Okay. All right. Deb, obviously you'd have probably been in the gang with the Lexies.
The Lezies.
The Lezies. Josh, what game would you have been in?
Was that a knock though at the are they calling them lesbians? Is that why they
probably
were lesbians?
Yes.
even though now
so are you calling me a lesbian?
No, because there was only one gang, all girl gang.
There was actually several all girl gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Just not
in the movie.
Yeah.
Really?
There were multiple gangs that didn't show up.
Like
that weren't there at the meeting.
I could take the next. Well, not only that, but that were at the meeting. I could take the next 4 minutes and tell you all the gangs in the movie.
Okay.
You got
that many gangs?
The Alley Cats, Amsterdam All Stars, Baseball Furies, also known as the Furies, the Black Hands, the Black Jacks, the Big Trains, the Boppers, the Boyle Avenue Runners, the Charlemagnes, the Colt 45s, the Dealers, the Delaney Rovers, the Destroyers, the Dingoes. The Dingoes were supposed to kidnap Swan at the end of the movie. And they were going to be dudes that were into dudes. And they were also going to be into sadomasochism. And they were going to have Doberman pinchers with them also. And they
what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, they were going to have Swan as one of their playthings. And it wasn't until... It wasn't until the what were they? The Riffs? Mm-hmm. That was the main gang, the Riffs?
Yeah.
It wasn't until the Riffs found out who actually killed Cyrus that they went and freed Swan. So Swan's there at the last battle. Yep. But yeah, he got caught by the Dingoes. A dingo like my baby.
I was waiting for that.
The E Street Blazers, also known as the E Street Shufflers, the Easy Aces, the Electric Eliminators. I saw them in the movie because I know they were electric something or another. 8th Street Bombers, also known as the 8th Avenue Apaches, the Fastballs, 5th Street Bombers, Fillmores, Fire Tasters, 5 Points, the Geralds, the Gladiators, the Go-Hards, the Gun Hill Dancers, the Gramercy Riffs, also known as the Riffs, Hi-Hats, High Rollers, the Homeboys, the Hoplites, the Howitzers, the Husks.
Which one was the Mimes?
I don't know.
Which one was the Mimes?
Hold on. The Hurricanes.
How many are they?
The Hurricanes, the Imps, the Jesters, the Jones Street Boys.
You just threw H-Step.
Yeah, I'm J's right now. Judas Bunch, the Jupiters, the Knockdowns, the Knuckles, the Lizzies, the Locos, the Magicians, the Meat Packers.
The Locos en la cabeza.
The Meat Packers.
The Mongols.
What did they do? Walk around?
Hey, hey. Go ahead.
Did they walk around with like butcher shops, smocks on or something like that?
I don't know.
White smocks.
But hey,
that's where I'm going with it. Hey,
the next gang, and I'm going to show all due respect to the Mongols, right?
The Mongols?
The Mongols was a real gang that they were paying $500 a day for protection.
Oh, because some real gang tried to get into a fight with the cast.
Yep.
While they were filming.
Wow.
Yep. The Moon Runners, the Napoleons, the Nickel Steaks, not streaks, stakes. Night Riders, 9th Avenue Razors, the Orphans. Man, fuck the Orphans.
Fuck them Orphans.
Panzers,
Who's those jokers in the
Phillies?
beginning with those purple jackets?
I haven't got to. I don't see purple nothing yet. The Plainsmen, the Punks, the Queensbridge Mutilators, the Real Boys, the Red Hook Shooters, the Roadmasters, the Rogues, the Romans, the Runaways, the Saracens, the Saratogas, the Savage Huns, the Shanghai Sultans. The Shanghai Sultans came out in a split second.
I saw them at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw them. They were pretty. They had like those green army fatigue jackets on or something.
No.
They were dressed like
monks,
Buddhist monks or something like that. Yeah.
Southern Cross, Speedwagons, Sports, the Steve Doers, the Stilettos, the Stonebreakers, the Terriers, the Turks, the Turnbull ACs.
The Stilettos are those girls?
So those are girls. The Stilettos.
Those jokers scare me.
Which one were the Turnbull ACs?
The Turnbull ACs. Those were the ones that was chasing them on the when they were trying to make a run for the up to the train.
Those Mad Max ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's them. That's the Terminal ACs.
The Turnbull
skinheads.
They're Turnbull ACs.
Turnbull, yeah.
Van Cortlandt Rangers, the Warriors, also known as the Coney Island Warriors, the Whisperers, the Xylophones, the Xylophone, the Yo-Yos, the Youngbloods, the Zodiacs, and the Zulus. You know who they're missing? The Baldies.
I was going to say the ones with the cast of the pod bus.
Yeah, they had their own. No. The ones with the cast of the pod bus were the Turnbull ACs.
Oh.
Yep. But who didn't they have?
They forgot the Baldies, the ones at the very beginning. Oh, my bad. You know what I'm thinking of, Deborah?
You're thinking of the Wanderers.
The Wanderers.
Okay.
Have you seen that one? The Wanderers?
I don't think so.
A lot of people get confused. I don't see how.
Yeah, I don't either.
But they came out around the same time. You know how when movies come out, there's always one that's just like it.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Well,
unfortunately,
I never heard of this.
The Wanderers made more money
The Wanderers was a bigger hit
than the
than
Warriors.
the Warriors. Ain't that some shit?
But now the Warriors is a
time?
cult classic, and the Wanderers is not.
Oh yeah,
Here you go.
that junk right
Here
there.
you go. Hold on. Can you hear it? That's not the phone I was thinking about. There's a from ABK, Anybody Killer. He's got a album that came out like what 15 years ago, Deb, maybe
Around
called Hatchet Warrior. And if you listen to it, it's
Like the
got
whole album.
Yeah, the whole album from beginning to end. There's stuff from the Warriors in here.
From beginning to end.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that was the thing.
Yeah.
Now if you got your head tilted to the side, and you're always down to check a bitch for her ride, or the colors that you rep make others upset, then you might be gang related.
That's not. Listen to the last song.
Gang related. Oh yeah, that was the best ending, yo.
Yeah.
You bringing
Yeah.
it too. You bringing it too hard. You bringing it too hard.
Yeah,
You bringing it too hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now listen. Okay. Now, the riffs were a badass click.
Yeah.
Now my man,
They had
the
numbers.
man, I guess, right? They had numbers, biggest gang in the city. Now them jokers right there. Who was? I guess that was his second in control, second in charge.
Man,
He was pissed like a motherfucker. He was mad as hell.
that was Wesley Snipes' older brother.
Man, who do this dude's hair?
Shit.
You know, I mean, to be in the riffs, I don't think you can walk around with your shirt open, all zipped up. The jokers is living like dojo style, you know. Who are these warriors? I want them all wasted, but I want them.
He's got it memorized.
Yep.
You know, we hadn't even talked about like who's in this movie.
Oh man. Okay, break down these characters, bro. Break down the characters. Who
All
we got?
right, you got Michael Beck as Swan,
Okay, Swan.
James Remar as Ajax, and to me,
Ajax.
James Remar is always going to be two things: Raiden from Mortal Kombat 1, and Dexter's dad from Dexter on Showtime.
Get the fuck out of here. I never realized that Joker was rating for Mortal Kombat.
Mhm.
Or Dexter's
Never
dad.
paid attention. Wow, that blew my
Mhm.
mind wide open, yo.
Did you ever watch Dexter?
No.
Dexter's a good horror series.
Yeah, it's a good show. And he plays Dexter's dad.
Our dog's hungry. You hear him out there? Hold on. Let me bang on the studio wall.
Good one, Josh.
All right. We're very,
All right.
very professional here at Cast of the Pod.
Who else we got?
Dorsey Wright as Cleon. I want to know what happened to Cleon. Did the Riffs kill him? And if the Riffs killed him, I mean, is it okay? Because, they made a mistake. Sorry, we listened.
Because right. Because if the Riffs did kill them, honestly, tell the truth, at the end of this movie, they would have had to pay penance to the Warriors for what they did to their leader, and also for being on their turf
Yep.
to come get them. You know what I'm saying? That was been the right. They would have had to pay for that.
Yep.
So I think they did kill him.
I think so too.
I think so too.
And then they were like, oops, oopsie.
My bad.
Oopsie, no. That's not how it works, homeboy. That's not how it works.
They're
Because that
like-
was wrong.
They're like,
That's not how you do business.
I don't know what happened to him.
It was.
I didn't see him.
It was 7 hours later. They already forgot about Cleon.
Yep.
Man, Cleon was kicking ass too, wasn't he?
And he was smart. And he was cool. He was calm. That's why he was the leader. And man, so
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he had set up the whole thing out again. He said, "You war chief, blah blah blah." He was giving everybody, getting a feel from all his people, what they thought and everything like that. He was determined, man. Yeah, I
Brian,
can see why he was the leader of the Warriors.
Brian
Yeah.
Tyler is Snow. To be honest with you, Snow didn't do much of anything in this movie for me.
Which one was Snow?
Snow was. He didn't have the.
Did he have the hat?
No, that's Cowboy. Cowboy had the hat.
Okay,
Rembrandt had the hair.
right. He was the graffiti artist. He always sprayed.
That's why he's called Rembrandt, because he's an artist. Yeah.
Was Snow the young one? The young one?
Snow, was he the young one? Yeah, I guess he was the youngest one in the group. But whatchamacallit? I'm gonna just say it this way: there's two black guys in there. One guy's Cochise, and he has all
Right.
the beads and all that. The other black guy was Snow.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Oh, he could hold his own, dude.
But he didn't do
He was
mu-
holding his own in that bathroom fight. He was kicking ass.
the bathroom fight. Oh yeah. When just out of nowhere, when they beat up the what were they? Was that? It wasn't
I don't even remember
Mimes.
the
It
name of
wasn't
that
the
game.
Furies.
No, that was the one they had. That guy came in with the roller skates, and they got him in the bathroom with the spray paint can. And then that was one of the hardest. That was
Yes,
one of
the I call them Dusty Wolves in overalls.
the hard. Right, because they was at the beginning of the movie too.
Dusty Wolf is a local independent wrestler that old school,
Okay.
very feathered hair. He used to come out on WWE back in the day. Yeah, no disrespect to him or anything like that. I'm just saying that when I see the feathered hair of these guys in the overalls and the roller skates, that's what I think of. But
Yeah, they were pretty
But
big.
honestly,
Those were big guys.
Snow and Cowboy, to me, were kind of disposable characters.
Dude, man, I keep telling you, bro. You got to go back and watch that fight scene in that doggone bathroom.
But that's what
he was holding it down.
My point is, they could have put any actor in there for either one of those two, for Cowboy or
I like
Snow.
Snow. I like Snow.
Like Cochise was perfect. Ajax was perfect.
Oh, he was cold.
Cleon
Them
was
fools
perfect.
after the Lizzies, after they got that thing with the Lizzies, Cochise bust through that goddamn door.
Just
Like,
He's like, get the fuck out of here.
see that
They was in the alley. Man, we got to keep our heads, man.
that also goes for Vermin. Vermin was a whatever replaceable character. Also, the guy that got thrown into the subway.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
You know why he
Yeah,
got thrown
yeah.
in the subway, right? He was the one
That wasn't the one that got thrown in the subway.
who got thrown in the subway.
Fox or whatever, the one that the other guy.
No,
It wasn't Vermin.
He was the
Hold
one,
on.
the guy
1,
who saw
2, 3, 4,
the assassination
5,
of
6, 7,
Cyrus.
8.
That's the one that got killed. You know, because he was at the
was
parlay
the-
with Swan and and them fools. What's they call the orphans?
Man, so the guy that saw the shooting,
Mm-hmm.
he's not even in the top whatever on IMDb. So the guy that got thrown into the subway, your meeting will end in 10 minutes, it says right here. The guy that got thrown into the subway, he only got killed off because he pissed off the director.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the one that actually hooked up with Mercy,
Yeah.
with the girl. Yeah.
His name was Fox or something like that.
But see, the thing is, in real life, Michael Beck, Swan, and Mercy kind of had some chemistry going, and then that guy pissed off the director, so he's like, you're dead. We're just gonna
Oh
write you off.
man,
And he had the cop throw him in front of the subway.
yeah. But I ain't gonna front for it needed to happen. Somebody needed to die. I honestly tell the truth, for the numbers that they had, and for all them trying to get back the way they did, Swan did a good ass job of getting them home.
Yeah. He was
He did a good ass job of getting them home. Because they lost how many people? They lost Cleon, but that was at the beginning.
Yeah, so there's nine. There's 9 of them.
There's 9
So
to start off
Cleon,
with.
Ajax got arrested because he couldn't leave women alone in the park. He got what
Oh
he got.
my
That's
God.
that's what he gets. That's what he gets.
You knew he was like that when at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, he was telling, keep your head in the game. That's your whole problem.
See, but that's another thing. That just shows you that none of these characters are good guys. That's one of the things that people forget. Just because they were the ones that were getting it from everybody else, doesn't mean that they were good guys. Because
No, they weren't.
all of them are hanging out with Ajax, and they know what Ajax does. They know what he does to ladies and stuff like that, and
Man,
they still
they
had him around.
And I ain't gonna front the whole fact that they was running Coney Island. That's a big hot commodity right there, because that's a money ticket area.
Yep.
Yeah.
You think about it, the tourists and everything else like that. Yeah. In and out stuff like that, docks, taxation and stuff like that. They were going to play a big role in this whole thing with Cyrus.
And I wonder where the rest of the Warriors were when they got back home.
Oh yeah, because there had to have been more.
It was a
right?
nine member delegation from each gang.
That's right. That's right.
So they were probably just in their hideout,
Yeah.
where they hang out at, waiting for
At
the
the
night
Warriors
to come
spot.
back.
No, but my point I was trying to get across: Swan, Ajax, Cleon, Cochise, and Rembrandt. Those were the only guys in the Warriors, the actors in the Warriors, that I thought brought something to it, and that weren't just interchangeable with any other actors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if they did a remake, it's gonna be like, ah, man.
Right.
Cowboy.
That's just for me.
I don't know. For me, I think if they did a remake, I think they could. I think they could be interchangeable. Like
That's what I just said.
you said
I don't think
some
you
of
can- I
them.
don't think
I'm
you can
saying
do a
all of
remake.
them could be. Like I would be okay with the. You know how there's just some movies. There's like most of the actors. I'm like I can't see anybody else playing that.
I see what you
It's
mean.
kind of like a set in stone thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
a song by Whitney Houston and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this movie's not.
Yeah.
As much as I love this movie's not one of them. I think I can see
Right.
other people.
So
Right,
here's
it's
the
like
thing.
Aretha sang it.
Here's the thing. Don't even bring up Aretha, because then she's gonna go back to the national anthem from the Super Bowl. She's probably still singing it now.
That's Whitney.
No. Aretha Franklin did the national anthem also, and it was like 6 minutes long.
Hey, you give her a second, she go shine.
She's probably still singing right now. Just barely hit the second verse.
So
But
this
hold on, wait. What? I forgot what I was gonna say. Some bitch. Go ahead, Deb. Yeah.
I was looking at the other actors.
Uh-huh.
Do you know Steve James was one of the baseball Furies?
I know a Steve James. And I'm pretty sure it's not the same Steve James.
Hey, I thought one of those cops, somebody told me that one of those cops was Billy from Predator.
What? For real?
Yeah, I think the one that got his kneecaps blown out.
I think that's what Deborah's trying to
Swan
tell
with
me
the-
right now. Deborah, who is that Steve James that you're trying to point out?
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
To live and die in LA.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Man, I like when I go to these IMDb pages and you see a whole bunch of names and nobody's got pictures, and then every now and then, every like 3 or 4, there's something. This was
That
no
guy.
picture. Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
That's Steve James.
Here, let me see the picture. So,
What you got?
Steve James, over here.
Yeah.
He's one of the baseball Furies.
Well, now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Man,
I
That's a
completely
nice-
forgot.
I should have
was
worn
gonna
my. I do have a baseball Furies T-shirt.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I got it from a guy who does stuff. I think his name is. Yeah. I have to look it
say.
up.
Deborah, how are you gonna?
It's been a minute since I seen this. I seen it. It's a guy- I know I got it,
Deborah's
though.
all like, he's the guy from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, right?
Uh-huh.
You didn't need to say that. You know what you needed to say?
What?
He was Kung Fu Joe.
Yeah.
Well, I said it because I was going
There's
through the movies.
but there's a lot of people in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, and
Right.
I would have thought like Jim Brown, or I mean,
Isaac Hayes.
yes. Or
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm
But
sorry.
I mean, it's Kung Fu Joe.
Kung Fu Joe is Kung Fu Joe.
Joe, right.
I was just going by the movies. I wasn't looking at who he played.
So in the
See, now this
original
the whole
script,
thing.
check this out. Did you
Go
know
ahead.
this? In the original script, Cleon was killed by the Gramercy Riffs. Cochise was killed by the Baseball Furies. Ajax
Oh,
was caught
word.
by the police. Vermin was killed by the Lizzies. And Swan gets kidnapped by the Dingoes. There were only 4 warriors in the battle with the punks at the end, but Swan does show up, however, in Coney Island to fight the final battle after the Riffs learn the truth about who shot Cyrus. That would have been
Now,
pretty tight.
how do we see that? Is it just never made, or is that just what the original script said?
It was never meant. That's what the original script said.
Somebody got back and changed it. Like, no, we're gonna do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was the unification of all them going. That's what you wanted to see, is as many of them to get there as much as possible.
So that's what I was
wanted
going
to see them get home.
That's what I was going to say. If you saw the director's commentary, I'm not the director's commentary, the director's cut, it makes much more sense because it says in the near future. So I was going to ask Deb Cobweb this question. With that being said, are you ready?
Yep.
So my question is, since the director's cut starts off with in the near future, right? This made me accept the movie better because I was thinking about our gangs back in the day here before Colors came out and the spread of the modern gangs came around, when we had kind of eclectic city gangs that were kind of crazy, not counting bikers or anything like that, because we had a whole bunch of bikers. No disrespect or anything like that, but even you and I were talking last pod, and I was like, man, those stupid ass mimes, punk ass, the Furies, and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
now starting off the movie with in the near future, they were in New York, right? Yeah, well, Coney Island and in the Bronx.
Right.
Was this future post-apocalyptic New York? Is that why there were all these weird street gangs? You didn't barely see any regular people?
I honestly tell the truth, Josh. That whole thing with in near future was kind of weird because that's how it was back then. I mean, it was this. I mean, in Chicago, there were like so many gangs. It was crazy. It still is today because, there's no direction like it was like with Cyrus, but I'm not going to get into that. Maybe they'll let old dude out, but anyway. But,
as being someone who used to paint his face up as a skeleton almost every day back in the day myself, and have some interesting things on my file, I don't know, man, because I would see this stuff and I would just laugh at it. But thinking of it as a post-apocalyptic world makes it easier for me.
to digest.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy for you. I mean, I saw that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I was brought up in the 70s. So I ain't trying to show my age or nothing like that, but I saw a little bit more of that crazy reaction that you would see back then. You know what I'm saying? Because with Warriors, it just made sense when I saw it. It all made sense. And I was a young kid too, It all fit into place.
Our gangs in the late 70s and 80s that I remember here, not counting bikers or anything like that. Excuse me, as I get choked up.
Okay.
I mean, they had very we didn't have any kind of characters like that down here.
I'm with you on that.
Characters as in painting up like you're playing baseball, or painting up like a mime, or a whole bunch of.
Oh yeah, that was real extreme. Man, could you imagine walking down the street?
See, that's what
and
I'm
you
saying.
seen them freaking baseball furies like that walking down? I get you now. I see what you're saying. But could you imagine that? Having to go, you trying to get to work in the morning and you see these motherfuckers out there. What do you do?
Keep going.
I mean, what do you do? What do you do when you see them freaking mimes out there and then on the subway? You're just trying to get to work and you got these freaking mimes up there coming at you and stuff like that. It's a freaking gang. Man, please.
Or you go to a public park and there's like 65 people painted up like clowns and skeletons and throwing beer bottles all over the place and throwing sodas all over the place. And the cops are coming up and walking up, talking to us all nicely and everything like that. And then like, all right, y'all have a good day. And they walk away. Yeah, that's it. Oh.
What?
Oh.
True story.
All right.
Oops.
All right. Here we go. I got one for you. Who the guy?
Who runs
there's two
Bartertown? Oh, sorry.
Okay, two things. The guy from the rival gang that shot Cyrus. Okay,
I always
two things with them.
I always thought that guy was Sean Penn growing up.
Yes, I
I
did
did
thought it was
too.
him. If yeah.
All right, go ahead. my bad.
One, who was he on the phone with
His leader,
that entire movie?
probably the leader of
the leader of his
gang.
punks gang.
Really?
He was
Because
like
he was feeding him information.
he was like the number 2.
Yeah,
to
I
his
don't think
gang.
he was number 1.
Yeah.
Really, I did not know that.
He was too much of a baby.
He
Like-
was. And then
I always thought he was the leader of that gang.
nah, he
Probably
he was the war chief, or he was their version of Ajax. He was
A
up
Swan. He was their version of Swan.
there.
Yeah.
No, I would say Ajax, and then their version of Swan got killed or went to jail or something like that. So he was the next. Like he
was
wasn't.
the next
He
runner-up.
wasn't originally the number 2 guy, but he was
He-
like you are what we got.
He was runner up.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw him. I was looking at him. It was like when I went back and I looked at the movie and I was seeing how far they were against each. Because I thought when I first saw it when I was a kid, I thought they were really far apart in that showdown with the knife and the gun.
Man,
You know. But when I really look at it, they weren't that far apart.
that's why he should not have been in charge. Couldn't shoot nobody.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot nobody. He was right there. Accidentally
Yeah.
shoot the wrong guy. I understand the other guy stabbing him in the arm or whatever, but he didn't shoot nobody.
And then he stabbed
No.
him.
He
He
didn't- he didn't
stabbed him in the arm, and then he was like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
That was one of the best slow motion scenes ever, bro.
yeah.
Man, Swan's
He
head was
wasn't
perfect.
dying.
Let me stab you in the arm. Let me
You stabbed me in the toe.
Why you gotta bring up bullshit? But did I stab you in the arm?
I slammed the door on my foot today.
Yes, she did. She closed her foot in the door. I ain't even gonna say.
And what, the car door?
Yeah, yeah, the Jeep.
Oh man, they bite, don't they, Deb?
Yeah.
Man,
I'm just saying
I'm just saying.
that he went a little too far. He was acting like he's the one that got shot, and now he was like, "Oh, I'm gone."
So, did you know that this was based on an ancient Greek tale?
No. An
It's
ancient
loosely
Greek tale.
loosely based on Xenophon's Anabasis. It's the account of a Greek army mercenaries who, after aligning themselves with Cyrus, the younger brother, in the Battle of Cunaxa, in his attempt to seize the Persian throne, found themselves isolated behind Persian enemy lines, and they had to fight their way back through Persia, through the different armies, to get home.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
See, you learn something new on the Cast of the Pod every day. That's why you guys should be listening more and be on the Patreon more.
Yep.
You're gonna get this. You get this insight knowledge,
Yep.
man.
You want to hear some more? That's knowledge. You want to hear some bullshit?
Okay.
So, executive producer Frank Marshall, trying to make them look bad, trying to make them look tough, originally hired a real gang member for the role of Cyrus, but could not find him on the day and never heard from him again.
Did he pay him first?
But according to Michael Beck, the guy that played Swan, Roger Hill, the guy that played Cyrus, was always the guy that was supposed to play Cyrus.
What?
So the
So-
story
He was just fucking
remains
with
a
him. He was fucking
mystery.
him.
That's the producer just trying to josh it up, trying to make it better than it really is.
He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
I got this guy. He's like from the real world. He's gonna be Cyrus, and I paid him already, but I can't find him. So, Cyrus, you're gonna be
Right.
Cyrus today."
Right. Cyrus did a perfect job, man.
Okay, not
He had it, man. He had a plan.
He did.
He had that plan that he had about unite. Can you dig it? Perfect. It really was.
There's what happens to these smart people, to these leaders. There's always some kind of ignorance, some kind of fool that, I mean, even in this case, Sean Penn Jr., whatever his name was. What was his name?
Because there's always somebody that wants to
he
be on top.
No, he didn't.
But doesn't want to play the role.
He didn't even want to be on top. He just wanted to start shit. Some people just want to start shit.
That's what he said. See, I thought he was their leader, and this is what I always thought when I was a kid, that he was their leader of that gang, and he was on the phone with the cops. You know, and that's what I always thought.
I can see that with a crooked cop.
Yep, and they paid him to kill Cyrus. CIA.
So the cop paid
No, wait.
I'm confused.
Let's clear this up for anybody listening to this recording right now. Cobweb, please explain to me what you ate, because you said, "See, I ate." Example, a hamburger. See, I ate a chicken fried steak. See, I ate mashed potatoes with meatloaf. Don't be saying shit like that.
Oh shit!
We had a slice of pizza from QT.
Yeah, we had QT pizza on the way home. So let me just spell it out.
And a sweet tea from
Cobweb
Bill Miller's.
said C SEE I as in I myself ate ATE C I ate meatloaf today.
Speaking
I
Chucky.
ate some enchiladas. Carne guisada.
You're making me hungry now.
I know, right? I was speaking straight Chucky today.
So if anybody else heard something else, or maybe heard an acronym for some type of intelligence agency or not, you heard wrong. We did not bring up that here on Cast the Pod. Because we just watch movies here. That's it.
True that. But that's what I always thought.
What'd you always think?
I thought. That's what it was. Why he was killed.
I always
that the cops did it.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
really remarkable. It was really remarkable to me how the cops showed up just on time, right when he was getting ready to get killed, when the gun was going to go off.
Just coincidentally.
Just coincidentally, the cops were there and ready with their lights on and everything when that shot went off, so that they can be able to pounce on them.
Yeah.
That's why I always thought that's who it was.
I always thought he was talking to his leader and like checking in, like, okay, I'm checking in. This is happening. This is what happened. But with the whole everybody getting there, they were like already getting there ahead of time though.
That's what he's saying.
No, but
The cops were pulling up during his speech. At that precise moment, they were ready. They knew that there was going to be trouble right then and there. They knew it, because that's what he did, was that he shot that gun. That gave them excuse to go out there and start cracking skulls.
I'm trying to show Cobweb a message. That way nobody hears it.
and you couldn't see
I
anything.
put it on my blurry ass damn webcam. No, that's all. I'm not gonna bring it up now.
Doop, 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 doop.
But man,
Some good Bill Miller tea.
this podcast not brought to you by Bill Miller's, but if y'all want to give us some money, we're down with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those nights.
Hey, Bill Millers, do you want to sign up for Patreon? Patreon.com/cast of the pod. We need to get on their social media accounts, like how Wendy's has that account where it just talks a whole bunch of shit.
And talk shit to Bill Miller?
Yeah, we need to get on one of those accounts and then have them follow Cast the Pod, just to be talking
Like-
shit.
Like, hey, we're gonna talk shit, but follow us.
Yeah.
Be a sponsor.
Yeah, right? We could always use more sponsors.
I mean, they should give us some money. They gave us diabetes.
Yeah, that's true.
Sweet ass tea.
Have you ever had Bill Miller's sweet tea?
No, he hasn't
No, I have
had
not.
Bill Miller's sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Why are you shaking your head like that? You've been here.
He hasn't been here. He's been to Texas, but it doesn't mean
Well, you've been to Texas. Texas. Bill Miller's is not just San Antonio.
he didn't stop in Texas long. Deb, we're talking about the Warriors. The fuck?
Right. I have no idea who the hell Bill Miller is.
Bill Miller's is fast food barbecue.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh. See, I guess I never knew.
We've had friends come down here, musicians come down here from, we'll just say Kansas City, from that area, and they're like, "Oh, I see your Bill Miller's. I tried your Bill Miller's. It's fast food. It's fast food barbecue. It's not Texas barbecue. It's Texas fast food barbecue." That's like saying Taco Bell's Mexican food. We know Taco Bell ain't Mexican food, but it's Taco Bell, and sometimes you want Taco Bell. And Bill Miller's has really good fast food barbecue. Brisket,
and sugar in a cup with some water.
Sugar with some brown water.
They call it tea.
No, it's good. It's good. I'll tell you that right now.
And a bag of lemon or lime
Yeah.
to put in your tea, to put in your brown water.
Deb,
What?
we're talking about 1979's The Warriors. Not trying to spike my numbers over here.
Right. So that's my opinion. That's my story. That's how I
And you're
remember
sticking to it.
and I'm sticking to it. That's what I think happened.
I like that. I like that. Makes sense.
All right.
No.
You don't think that he was calling the police?
No. I think he was calling his leader and checking in.
What if the leader's stepdad was a crooked cop? So he was calling his leader, and the leader was feeding the information to his crooked cop stepdad.
What if he didn't know?
He was
so
the
it didn't
leader
matter?
of that gang. He was the leader of that gang.
He was not
Why
the
would
leader.
you say he had to be? Why would you, if he wasn't the leader of the gang, why would their leader not go? Everybody's leader was there at the gang with his other 8 people.
Because he had
and he
other
chose
important
delegates.
business to tend to.
No, this is why. This is exactly why. Because his swan was dead or in jail, and he only had this Ajax motherfucker, whatever his name was. Warriors, come on. Was he Luther?
Yes.
Luther.
So he only had Luther there, and he's like, you know what? He did the Jack Palance to Jack Nicholson in Michael Keaton's Batman. He goes, "You're my number one guy." And then he was like, this guy's gonna act a fool. He's gonna do something stupid. He's probably gonna try to kill Cyrus, and they're gonna get him. They're gonna kill him. And now I don't have to worry about him anymore. I don't have to be the bad guy, and the people that are loyal to him aren't gonna be mad at me. So 2 birds, 1 stone. He didn't know that Luther was just devious enough and lucky enough to turn it onto another gang, onto the Warriors. And he wasn't trying to get the Warriors. It's just that guy saw him. So he was like, it was that guy, the guy I don't know. And I can't read the back of his jacket, but I'm going to call him the Warriors because I can read with x-ray vision.
Yep.
I agree with you. I agree
They
with
were
you.
wimps too. They were wimps too. Because what's the name? Because freaking what's our name? The leader of the Warriors. He kicked all their asses.
Yeah,
by
Swan.
himself.
Oh, Cleon.
Not Swan. Cleon.
Swan.
He kicked all their asses.
Yep.
If it wasn't for the Riff stepping in, he had them dead to rights. He kicked their all.
I'm going to
But
say.
Cleon was just a badass motherfucker anyway.
I'm going to say 3 words. Deborah Van Valkenburg.
I was like, yes.
That was Mercy. That was the girl.
Oh my God.
Now I'm gonna say something. For those,
I already know what you're gonna say.
No. For those listeners that get offended by words, for those listeners that get offended by descriptive words, now is the time to tune out. You have 10 seconds to comply. 10, 9. Fuck that bitch.
That wasn't 10
She was
seconds.
trouble.
It was her
Trouble.
fault. Like, everything was her fault. If they wouldn't have run across her in the first place, everything would have been all right with the orphans. They would have got by. They wouldn't have set fire to that one car and apparently killed all 30 members of the orphans by blowing up one car.
What did she do beside that? That's the only thing she did. I
Yeah.
mean, she didn't do anything.
She was like, oh, punk ass bitch. You're just gonna let them come by, sporting their colors on our turf. You know, after I banged all the orphans, every single one of y'all.
Yep.
You know,
She said she wanted that because she said she wanted one of the jackets. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know how bad that was.
yeah.
You know,
They're
she
like,
wanted to be down with the Warriors.
No.
No,
She
she
got her
wanted,
own
she, wanted to be,
stripes.
she wanted to be down with anybody. She said that herself.
Yeah.
She's like, sometimes I don't remember Mondays or Fridays or days that end with Y, with whoever she's with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I think
what's
her
his
name was
name?
Lucy, but they all called her Loose. I'm just
She
saying.
sure enough was.
I'm just saying. I'm just, you know. Wow.
She did help in the barroom fight though.
yeah, she did.
I mean, not
Yeah,
the
but-
in the bathroom fight.
But she got all this shit. I mean, they could have got home. It's 30 miles. 30 miles from Coney Island to the Bronx.
Right.
And
No, it
She-
wasn't her fault that they
she
got off the
she slowed them
train.
down. And
No, she didn't.
yes, she did. She slowed them down because she was with the orphans. And
The-
then she
the only
hold on,
thing-
she started all that shit. The orphans were gonna let them go through. The orphans were like, we're gonna show respect. You showed respect to us, we're gonna show respect. And then if they would have let them go through, you know, the orphans weren't gonna report in, hey, we let the guys through our territory, the guys that y'all are all after. They would have been like, Warriors? We don't know it. Ray Romano, that Ray Romano looking motherfucker. Everybody loves Raymond.
You see what you get, Warriors? You see what you get? We're gonna rain on you, Warriors.
I got my dad's shaving razor right here. You're gonna pay.
She only cost
What's
them
up with
like
the Puerto Rican dude
5
with the
minutes.
big afro, man?
She only cost them 5
no,
minutes because
no.
they were getting off the subway
See,
other times
this is
because
the-
there were
this-
you're
other
right, Deb.
gangs
No,
that were.
no, this is the problem.
No,
This is the problem. This is the problem that I have with Deborah. She never thinks big picture. I'm saying if she wouldn't have started shit, then the orphans would have let them through. And if the orphans would have let them through, they would have never reported to anybody else saying, oh, we let them through. And nobody would have known they were going through that part of town. And they would have got more than halfway home before another gang would have seen
Somebody
them.
would have said something about the seeing them on the train.
Yeah, somebody would have seen them on the train, but they would have had that much more time and been together that much longer. But it was her that just started the dissension on the team. Because Ajax wanted her, couldn't get
That's
none.
a hard reach, Josh.
yeah, you're just
I'm just
Yeah, me
saying
and
women
Deb are the
start
same.
shit.
no, you don't. Not all women.
Not all women, but not all women.
Why are you
She was looking
staring
all
at me
crazy
like
when
that?
she was on that train, though. She was trying to clean herself up.
Oh yeah,
Because she was jealous.
she's a badass. She's a badass. Oh yeah. I don't remember who I had on Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, twice on Monday and all that. And
Right.
then she saw some people that were kind of cleaned up and she's like, I'm embarrassed. I'm sad now. You get what you sow.
Leave her alone.
See, that's the one thing. You know, this is like a whole different era too about this movie that's tripped out because it's like Swan said at the end. He said, "I might just take off, man." And that's how it used to be back in the day, back in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? People would just be doing a job and just get up and just leave and just go somewhere else.
Yep.
Hitchhike across the country, start up a whole new life doing something totally fucking different.
Completely
You
change
know-
your Facebook account. to-
Yep, change it all. But that's what he would do. That's what he said he was gonna do. He's gonna change the Facebook account, get all new people, new pictures, photos, and everything.
Bro, there wasn't no Facebook back then. It was MySpace in the 70s.
That was MySpace?
MySpace.
Oh man. MySpace. Oh my
And you
god.
get to put who your favorites were, like your favorite people, your favorite friends.
MySpace, my safe space.
I was
That's
talking
what it
to,
was.
I was
That was your
talking to
safe
somebody.
space.
I was talking to somebody today about MySpace, and they're like, "That was horrible. They would make you rate your friends and put, man, if my friends are bitch asses to get all upset about, oh, you put me in second place, whatever. Suck my toes."
You had to rate your friends.
Yes, on MySpace.
You put them in order. You had your top 8, your top 4.
I never used it. I never used it.
But I mean,
I saw somebody showed it to me. I was like, this is stupid.
If you're so sensitive, not that anybody here or whatever would remember or whatever, but if you're that sensitive, then you shouldn't be my friend. Cause kiss my ass. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, MySpace was like beta.
MySpace was the OG. MySpace let you put whatever kind of music you wanted and call your bitch ass friends out for getting mad that, oh, I can't believe you put her as number 1 and I'm number 2. These nuts. That's all I'm saying.
Going back to the Warriors. Mercy. Mercy.
Exactly.
She didn't do anything. And then
she didn't do anything good.
And then the orphans, really, they're like, take your colors off if you're gonna walk through our street.
Because she got that in their head.
And then Swan was like, no.
But he was right though. They should have had to take off their colors if they went through their turf.
But
the Warriors
is true.
But Warriors were like, no. And then he was like, okay guys, have a nice day.
Yeah,
that's when he went to go get his daddy's razor. That's
you see what you get when you mess with the orphans? We got newspaper clippings.
He reminded me of on Friday, what's his name? When he has Debo for his bike
Debo
bag.
leave? I'll be talking again.
No. And he's like, Red, yeah, and he asked him
we'll
for
just
his...
We'll just say we'll keep it in my house. We'll say it's both of ours.
And then he runs away.
Oh my God.
with his arms to his car. That's what the
he
orphans
looks like
did.
DJ Pooh.
That's what the orphans did. They ran inside. Oh.
Oh shit, damn.
And then they came back out with the razor. And then Swan had the bottle. What is it called?
A Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, the Molotov. And then the orphans were like,
no, hold on.
Who gave him the cocktail? Who gave him the cocktail?
Huh?
Who gave Swan the cocktail?
Calling a timeout here.
What?
Everybody relax.
What?
Everybody relax.
What?
Y'all are missing out the comedy part of this. I know we don't normally get to do this on Cast of the Pod because we talk about horror and all that. But there's like 8 people there, 7 people there, right? One guy has a bottle. The other guy has the sock that they tap in there. Motherfucker like was spitting in the bottle or trying to pee into the bottle to make it flammable. And they tore Then they took the knife from. She had the knife in her dress.
No, he didn't have the knife. He cut her dress.
Knife. Yeah, he just ripped it.
I was getting.
Right. And Snow gave him it was Snow that gave him the cocktail. He had it around his neck the whole time. He was packing. He wasn't supposed to, but he was. Oh,
no,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, fine.
Well, you start getting us all fired up.
I even told y'all I'm gonna build up a joke real quick. Y'all can't let me be happy.
Nope. Because it's a woman thing.
It's
a woman thing.
That's why neither one of y'all deserve that extra point. That's why I got that .1. Because I'm looking
together
big
we're
picture.
United Front. We're United Front.
I'm looking, y'all fronting is what y'all doing. I'm looking big picture, and y'all are just like, let me get over on Josh on this joke. And I'm like, I'm trying to build up something for us here.
Debbie, why is he so sensitive?
I don't know.
Have you hugged Treeses today?
Yes. Treeses didn't let me down.
He hugs him every day.
Oh my God.
I finally saw him. He does. It's true.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm not going to laugh anymore.
All right. I think it's time for the calculator of doom.
Oh, hit the music.
Oh, we got to do the music?
Yep.
Of course. It's the calculator of doom.
Yeah, there you go. The calculator of doom.
Okay.
But I mean, today wasn't a horror movie, so it's a thriller.
What are you talking about? Hey,
it was a thriller.
There's movies that we watch. Google done some movies that were not horror movies. Okay, it said they were.
That was my wolf sound.
How?
It was good too, Deb. Right, like Shark Side of the Moon. There was
All right. Who's going first today?
I'll go.
Go, Deb.
I give it a 9.
9.
Wow.
Cobweb.
I'm gonna give it a 10.
10. I'll give it a 9. Movie got a 9.3.
That's perfect.
Yeah. 9.3. Oh, technically a 10 would have been perfect, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But
not-
so,
No,
a high
it's
9.
good enough.
High 9.
what
No,
did
no,
you
no.
give it,
It's
Josh?
good enough to me.
I gave it a 9.
Oh, okay.
Right. In my mind, you guys gave it all 10. That's why I was like, it's perfect. It doesn't matter. That's close enough. When you right there at that 9 point something or whatever, you just saying it's a 10. It's a layup.
I gave it a 9 only because I didn't like the orphans. They were babies. I'm just playing.
So,
also,
well,
one more
shit.
before we end this, we didn't talk about warriors come out and play. Do you know, instead of the bottles, he wanted to use
Two dead
pigeons.
What?
The guy that did it, he wanted to have 2 pigeons instead of the glass bottles.
And
Why in the world would you do that?
I don't know. That's what he wanted.
And then the director was like, no, we need something else. And then he
Yeah.
had the bottles, and then he's like, yeah, the bottles sound more scarier.
Let's try the bottles.
Bam. And that note right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get your De La Soul album sent to you straight ahead. This is how you do it.
How's that?
You let us know at what time Deb told the pigeon story.
Nice. Any time during while Deb's talking about the pigeons?
You
Anytime.
gotta let us know what time in the podcast when Deb tells the pigeon story.
Do they even have to be signed up at patreon.com/cast of the pod?
Well, upon signing up, let them sign up.
Yeah, even if you sign up for 1 month and then tell us the time. Yes, no?
Yep.
Listen to an album.
Preferably stay 6 to 12 months. But
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Honestly, tell the truth. I like that. That's what we're going to do. There you go. You sign up, you tell us no, and you sign up for the Patreon, you get the album.
first person to.
First person.
All right. New Patreons only.
Yes.
New Patreons only.
All right.
It's an easy win.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Sounds good
De
to
La
me.
Soul. It's De La Soul is Dead. It's a pretty good album.
Yeah. All right. So you know what we didn't do? We didn't throw out any of our social medias. All cast of the pod. Unless you want to talk directly to the Cobweb. The Cobweb is at Cobweb411.
That's me, baby. Look for the blue check.
This guy.
All the pretenders, man. You pretenders out there trying to, steal my shine. Enough is enough. Go get your own Cobweb. This one's taken.
This one's verified. But all right, y'all. So what do y'all think about doing not horror podcasts all the time? That this is going out to our patroneers.
Oh, I was like, you're
No,
asking
not
us?
only our patroneers, but our pod people.
Yep.
Our Patreon pod people and our pod people. Pod people. Yeah.
Yeah, them. I agree. Hey, we always willing to change it up a notch. Like I said,
I'll be honest with
Dark
you.
Side of the Moon wasn't nothing scary about that.
True, but it was still listed horror on IMDb.
Yeah.
What about this white noise?
That was listed as horror also.
That was horrible.
A ball, right?
Horror in a bowl.
Exactly.
But yeah. Hey, I'll throw this out there. Deb and I are still under the weather a month later. And it's
Yeah.
like 110 degrees out in Texas. And we got to turn off our AC in this studio. This part of it, while we're recording. So, got some sweat gathering. Little under the weather. If you're not feeling the NRG.
Oh, they're getting it. They got it. They got it. They got it. Hey, this is a good episode today, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, if anybody out there, man, let us know. Don't forget, sign up for that Patreon. And
and
hit
then
us up on the tell them to hit the number. Give them the phone number, Josh. Give them the number.
The phone number if they want to call us is 786-763-2278. And then they can make podcasts about Cast of the Pod and talk about us and podcast
sure.
the podcast.
And then have us on their show.
Then we'll go out on their show. And then at the end of their show, they'll be like, so how was the podcast about the Warriors from Cobweb, Josh, and Deb? And they're like, I don't know. Let's find out the rating. And then they'll be like, bring out their calculator of doom and then give us 10s all the time.
Yeah, they'd have to. But they
Tens.
can't be biting
Minimum
us,
of
man.
10, maximum.
They can't be biting us, bro.
Right.
They can't bite us. No biting.
Yep.
No biting.
No biting.
All right, y'all. So until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
This has been the Cast of the Pod. And whose day is it today?
I think it's mine.
Okay, well then go ahead.
And you have been warned.
She didn't seem very enthusiastic. Did you think so, Cobweb?
I don't think she need to do that junk again.
I do?
Take 2.
Okay.
Hold on. Looking for it, Deb.
What?
Okay, now do it. We rewound. It didn't happen.
Rewound.
ahead.
And you have been warned. That's all you're gonna get because I'm feeling sick. You've been warned that I'm sick.
All right, so until next time, I'm Josh.
Again?
He's Cobweb.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
Deb. We're the Cast of the Pod.
And you have been warned.
There you go. Peace.
Sweet. Peace out, you guys.
Bye, everybody.